appreciate that this is a packed house and we have a line outside. So this is fantastic. I'd like to welcome everybody to day 2 of Star Wars. So I hope everybody has a good time and enjoy today.
This microphone works.
Yes, it does.
Hi, everybody. My name's Matt Sloan.
My name's Aaron Yonda. Welcome to the Chad Vader panel.
Thanks for coming out. We're really happy to see such a full house and such a big room. We were here last year, and we love Dragon Con. It's our favorite convention. So thanks for coming out. Take that, Comic-Con. In about 2005, I think, we came up with the idea. I didn't come up with it. The idea came up for Darth Vader grocery store manager.
We changed it to Darth's brother, Chad. Chad, he doesn't. And what's fun is that Chad does not have the same, menacing. He doesn't have the abilities that his brother does. He wants to, but if you have siblings, sometimes how you have a sibling who looks up to you, but doesn't quite have isn't able to do the same things as you, and so that's what Chad's got. He's got a big inferiority complex because his brother is very successful. So
inferiority complex among his many other social problems.
We got contacted by Lucasfilm because they wanted us in the Adam Films Star Wars fan film contest, which we then won in 2007.
2007, yeah.
And then they called and they said, we really like the way that this guy Matt does the voice of Vader.
That's how they referred to me, this guy Matt. They're surprisingly casual over there. They're not formal at all.
So Matt actually recorded a few video games to start with, and now you've been doing Darth Vader voice now for every couple of weeks or so.
I did the Force Unleashed 2. I did not do the voice for the Star Tours ride in Disneyland. It's okay.
One of my favorite stories actually that Matt tells is when you were recording the voice for, I think it was Force Unleashed, and they made you grunt in 300 different ways.
Oh yeah, because you have to do all the fighting noises where they're fighting. And so, I had to make noises for when Darth is injured. So they were like, okay, give us 5 short, ugh. So I had to go ooh, oh. And of course I started getting stupid with it. It's like, I have to change this up somehow. And it's like, well, okay, Darth isn't gonna go ooh-ah, or anything like that. You've got to keep him, basic. Darth is hanging off of a balcony. Make that sound. What does that sound? Oh.
I think he'd be saying something more like, oh shit.
Darth has more class than that. Chad would say, oh shit.
Yes.
Sorry, kids. It's really great. It's really rewarding to be working with them and to be part of a legacy that ever since I was a child was so kind of important in my appreciation of things like science fiction and speculative fiction and stuff like that. So it's really a dream, a dream realized.
The Chad voice. Do you want to do?
Should we do that? Should we do it now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do the voice now? So my voice normally sounds like this, pretty nasally.
Sounds like this.
And then the effect.
It sounds like this. I must turn up the volume so you can hear it better. How's that? Is that better? Excellent.
Yeah, over here in the red.
If you were re-recording the No from episode 3, how would Chad go about that?
Oh boy. How would Chad go about it?
No. 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 Stop it. Stop it. Down. Put him down.
That's how That's how Chad approaches problems, really.
How much do you love cats?
How much do I love cats? He loves beats. Chad loves beats.
Hello, my name is Chad. I love beats. I just really love beats.
And he starts crying.
He starts crying. Oh.
He sounds like he's hanging off a ledge, basically.
Oh, the ledge.
How surprised were you that Lucasfilm contacted you to do the Vader voice?
Like this surprised? No, I was pretty surprised. I was actually still working my day job at that point, so they called me at work. I don't know how they knew. How did they know that that's where I was? Have I been approached by James Earl Jones? I have not. I'd love to meet him, but
Have you been attacked by him?
I have not been attacked. And he also has not called me at work yet.
We have another question over here. He's had his hand up for a while. Over here with the wireless.
What? Oh, there's a wireless?
What about the voices?
You did what now?
What about the voices?
What about the voices? What about the voices?
How did you start the voice?
How did I stop the voice?
How start
do
the
I
voice?
How do I start the voice?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. We didn't know who was gonna do the voice for the character. We didn't have any plan for that.
Matt was like, I'll just try.
I'll just give it a try.
I don't know.
So we sat down with the original trilogy and we just watched all the Darth Vader scenes in a row, which is a really fun way to watch those original. Just watch the Darth Vader scenes. Skip all that other crap. And I just, I got a chance to sort of mainline, the sound of his voice, and then our sound engineer came up with his little method of making the voice sound deeper, and then when I don't make fun of me when I'm talking to the people.
I got to remember that next time I say method, I'm going to be like.
We just did it, and it just kind of worked.
And actually, if you really pay attention to all those Darth Vader scenes, James Earl Jones did it differently every movie.
He did.
He changed the way that he did it.
In A New Hope, he's sort of like, his voice is sort of like, tear the ship apart and find the people, I want them alive. He almost does it like that.
Is the video shot first and the voice dubbed over, or do you actually do the audio track and then act to it?
Often I'm not on camera, and so then I will just do the voice off camera as sort of like something for him to act along to. And then when we edit, we lay in the voice in post. If there's lots of noisy stuff happening, then I can't talk over it, because when we cut it out, then all that other background noise is going to go away. So
I just think the lines in my head, pretty much. Or I just go like this.
he said, have you guys heard of Riff Tracks? And we said no, and they said, well, it's Mike Nelson from Mystery Science Theater, and they mention you in one of them.
Oh, that's right.
It was in the Riff Tracks for the movie Firewall.
With Harrison Ford.
And at one point, Harrison Ford is like at a computer, just sort of being, he's just kind of doing something. And Kevin Murphy says, oh, I got to download the new episode of Chad Vader. So we thought, well, that's really great. And we contacted them and said, hey, we're the guys who make Chad Vader. We just wanted to say thanks for kind of shouting us out in your Riff Tracks. And then they said, well, Mike and Kevin might want to work with you guys on something. And we said, oh. And at that point, my surprise was like this. And like at the end of that week, we were on the phone with Mike Nelson.
Yeah, which it was insane.
Thank you all for coming, everyone. I'm glad to see all your smiling faces out there, especially you right there. Because when I looked up at you, you were actually smiling. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of DragonCon. Bye now.